All right, day 2 of the lean muscle build, an 8-week cycle, an 8-week training cycle, I should say, that is geared towards building lean muscle, creating lean muscle production. I want to specify training cycle. I am a natural fitness person. I don't use any gear, so to speak. No anabolics or anything like that. Just some good old-fashioned fitness. So I have, as always, my handy-dandy whiteboard, as I specified in day 1. I like to write everything down. I am an analog type of human being, but this is the exact same program that I put up on my Train Heroic app, the Train Heroic app, my exact program. It's exactly what I use. So I'll link that below for those of you who want to check it out. And yeah, today's session is looking good. So yesterday was all push bend focused. Today is all pull squat focused. So complementary movement patterns. We can continue to recover from yesterday's session to a certain degree, recover the muscles that were used. It's not to say that there's not going to be some overlap, but this is going to be a set of complementary movement patterns. So really the brunt of the work, as I'm always going to clarify, is a superset, a strength superset, super potent combo always, and it's going to be dual dumbbell kickstand squats, 16 alternating reps. And then it's going to be rest 90 seconds. There's always a 90-second, or most often there's a 90-second rest period. Depends on the format that I go with. And then there's going to be as many pull-ups as I can get in 60 seconds in a minute. And that's kind of however I want to strategize it. I'll most likely get 3 to 5 quick reps and then come off and just get singles. One pull-up, shake it off for a quick second. One pull-up, shake it off for a quick second, yada, yada, yada. So I can really maximize my output in those 60 seconds, right? If I tried to get one all-out set without coming off the bar, I'd be too fatigued, to even come off for a quick second and get back up. I'd need to shake it out for 20, 30 seconds, and then I would lose all of that time. And I'm going to do that for 4 to 5 sets. We'll see how I'm feeling. I always like to give myself a ballpark range, or I guess really just the choice of 4 or 5 sets. Same thing on the finisher. I like to give myself the option if I'm short on time, if I'm just feeling a little beat up, whatever, I can adjust. The kickstand squat, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's a quad dominant squat pattern. It's still hammers your legs. It still lights up hamstrings and glutes, but because there is deep knee flexion on the foot that steps back, it is quad dominant to a certain degree. And so good prep work. Make sure we're geared up and able to put in a great effort on every single set of our strength work. And then the finisher in this session went a little bit harder yesterday. So this session comes down a little bit. You can call it a giant set, and it's basically accessory strength. You might also know it as accessory strength work in a giant set format. So that's really the deal. It's going to be a good one. And I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and jump in to the fitness. All right, so I've got 3 sets of prep work. I already did the first 2. I figured if I'm going to show this whole process, probably only need to see 1 set. And the final set is when I will be, most geared up. That first set is kind of almost phoning things in, acclimating myself to the movements. Second set, digging a little deeper, into those movements, deeper range of motion, deeper tension, maybe a little bit more resistance, et cetera, et cetera. And then this is the highest expression of the prep work. So to get myself, in a great place for that deep knee flexion, I'm, starting the prep work circuit off with weight shifts, heel to toe weight shifts in a deep squat. These aren't supposed to look the most graceful. That transition can be a little funky, but I'm lifting, I got my weight in my heels now. I will shift forward to my toes, get to a place where I feel stable, and then I'm back into my heels. And you can see the knee flexion is deep, it's intense, but I'll be really well prepared for the knee flexion of the kickstand squats. And I'm getting 8 reps here, always trying to show great control, not trying to slap back into my heels. I'm rocking forward, showing control at the top, and then I'm rocking back. I'm really reaching, using this counterbalance to give me some assistance so I can basically just peel off the heel and then peel back. I'm talking so it can be hard to keep track, but I believe this is number 6. And now that I'm on the 3rd set, I can really feel the work setting in. You want this to feel like a significant part of the workout. Maybe a little rocky coming up and going down, but finding those, what I would call 0 points, is really important. All right, cool. Second piece of the prep work circuit are these unilateral scap pull-ups. 8 reps of each. You'll see I'm pulling into one side, really activating the muscles around one scap, and then I'll go to the other side, sinking down into a passive hang before you come into that active position. And I'm going to get 1 for good luck in case I miscounted. I think I got 8, but just want to be safe. I'm going to come down, shake it off in between. I don't want to hang on for dear life. I want to get just as good, high quality reps on the left side as I did on the right side. So you do just want to take a break so that you're not hanging on for dear life and just phoning it in on that, opposite side, from whichever one you started on. But you got these great big muscles, all across your back, and they need to be fired up. If you not only want to do high level pull-ups, but on top of that, have great activation that will help you get better tension, deeper contractions, which will always lead to more lean muscle production. So let's make this build, right? In my mind, I want to make this efficient. I don't want to waste any time. That's such a huge part of how I go about things inside of my fitness practice. All right, on to the next piece. All right, the third piece inside of this prep work circuit is the counterbalance squat. So we pushed into a deeper range of motion on the weight shifting in the deep squat. Now we're going to weight that up a little bit, and you'll see there's some interesting pieces inside of the counterbalance squat. So as I sink down, I'm going to extend my arms. I can get this really, really deep knee flexion and hip flexion, and I can also keep my torso more upright because of this counterbalance. So I'm helping, of course I'm getting my squat prepped, but this helps to get the quads a little bit more engaged because of this deep knee flexion for something like a kickstand squat. Never hurts to have deep knee flexion really well prepared before squats, but of course there are going to be specific squat variations that push on that piece of the squat. Cyclist squats, for example, would be another squat variation that would do that. Notice I'm taking my time at the bottom. I really want my bottom position in this squat to be ready to go. This should be 8, but again, because I've been talking, Let's get one more for good luck in case I miscounted. All right, squat should be really, really well prepared. For the kickstand squats, I think I can jump into some pretty solid weight. It's not to say I'm going to jump right into my max weight, but it's still going to be a very meaningful strength set right away. Final piece of the prep work is just going to be quick pull-up singles. I don't want to just jump right into pull-ups cold, you know, reverse flies and some bicep curls can be perfectly fine, but if I'm going for high volume pull-ups in a short amount of time, I want those actual repetitions to be warmed up. So if you're wondering, well, why would you put pull-ups in the prep work if you're then going to do them in the strength work? Well, it's hard to replicate such a big horizontal pull. I don't have a lat pull down, you know, in my apartment. This is going to replicate the, you know, the actual movement I'm doing. I'm just doing it at a lower intensity. So anyways, I think the video is going to cut off my feet. You know, it's not going to show my feet, but nice deep dead hang, feet are off the floor. Nice controlled rep, right? Relax as I come off. I'm going to be going faster in the actual workout, in the actual strength sets. So just want to take it nice and easy, make sure the quality is there, dial in the motor control and the mechanics, so that when it's time to just jump into the strength work, I'm ready to go. Let's get one more, and then I'll feel really good to start hitting the strength superset. All right, since I capped things off with the pulling, the strength superset starts with the kickstand squats. I will see you on set one. Set number one, alternating dual dumbbell kickstand squats. The game plan is to always go for 5 sets, so there needs to be pacing inside of this strength work. So often people only apply pacing to, you know, running or rowing or biking. I'm thinking about 5 sets. I want them to be all high quality. I don't want any tweaks or injuries, so I've got to keep pacing in the, you know, forefront of my mind. I can't just think, oh, I'm going to go up every single round. No, I want to start at something that's meaningful, but it should be something that can take me all the way through if I'm feeling good enough to increase the weight, try to push more reps on the pull-ups. That's all fine and dandy, but I want to start in a place that I know is sustainable, you know, something that's doable and is going to provide some meaningful strength and tension, you know, on every single rep. All right, that was good. That was tough. I'm almost certainly going to stay there throughout the entire 5 sets, and that's definitely going to inform my output on the pull-ups as well. Might not be able to push it as hard as I like, but those were tough. Let's keep them there. I don't like backing off once I've started somewhere, and in the subsequent sets, I might just pick up the rate of contraction, you know, pick up the speed. It's taxing to go slow and pause in every rep. Of course, I like to start there, but it's not always feasible with, you know, quality in mind, pacing in mind, all that good stuff. So I'll see you on set 1 of the pull-ups. Honestly, still feeling a bit fatigued from that first set of squats, but let's get into the pull-ups. I got 60 seconds on the clock to get as many as I can. And but again, I'm gonna pace it out. Probably not gonna be a full all-out effort. Well, I wanted that last one, but definitely paced that first set out. To be honest, my biceps a bit tender. I think holding the elbow flexion in those seated good mornings yesterday might have taxed them a little bit more than I was anticipating, but it's also only day 2 of an 8-week cycle, so trying to stay, patient in the progression. So 9 reps, I'll shoot to replicate that. If I'm feeling good, maybe I'll bump up, but make sure I got my eye on the clock for specific 90-second rest periods, and I'll see you on set 2. That rest period went by much faster than I wanted it to, so that's going to inform all of the subsequent sets, how I pace it out, the intensity I bring to each set, again, so that I can have high quality reps on set 5, not just set 1 and 2 and 3. You want to finish really strong. You also don't want to burn out before the finisher, all those things. You don't want to burn out for the rest of the workouts ahead in the week, yada, yada, yada. So 16 reps again of the dual dumbbell kickstand squats. Woo! Those are going to be nasty. Let's see if I can get 9 more reps on those pull-ups. All right, let's see if I can go for 9 again. Definitely don't want to dig too deep right away, right? I'll keep saying that. That backfires all the time. All right, decent stuff. Not my best. I'll probably limit it to 4 sets again, just to make sure I don't dig too deep. Day 2. I got 8 weeks. This will get better. I'll get stronger here. I'll get more resilient on the kickstand squats. All that stuff. So feeling it out on the first 2. Hey man, 4 is probably what I got. I'll give a great effort. Nothing to scoff at, 36 pull-ups. If I can stick with 9, let's do some quick math. 64 reps on the kickstand squats. I mean, I'm already huffing and puffing. I don't know how much I'm getting cut off, but I'm feeling pretty good physically, feeling like my muscles are getting a good little dose. So anyway, see you on set 3. Set 3, nothing much to say. Just trying to put in some good reps and get this thing over with. I'm already pretty over this. It's a nasty superset. So anyways, let's make these count. All right, definitely getting tough. Almost like I'm sneaking out of that creatine phosphate energy system, bordering on anaerobic. I'm not able to maintain that control, on the way down and on the way up, getting a little choppier. So, the impact is intense when that starts to happen. And you gotta be smart about how you adjust for that. So the 4 sets is definitely the right call. And we'll see, I'm gonna try my best to keep up with the 9 reps per set on the pull-ups, but that could drop off. Again, I'll keep saying it, day 2, more gauging where I'm at rather than setting hard and fast expectations. All right, I'll see you on set 3. Set 3 of the pull-ups continues to be not much to say. Opening with that set of 4 and then trying to get back into it. Got these long ass arms, so pull-ups can be a bitch. Here we go. I'm giving myself that 9th. They're definitely slowing up a little bit. Definitely a little bit more stickiness, so to speak, on the concentric phase, on that lifting phase. But still feeling solid. Happy with the effort. You can see one of those reps, if not maybe a few more, getting a little almost what I call getting necky with it, right? Shrugging a little bit to get my chin over the bar when really, we want to pull down with our scaps to engage, more of that mid-back, the lats, lower traps, rhomboids, those bigger muscles that are going to burn more energy. We want to burn as much energy as possible if we're looking to get more and more lean inside of our physical practice. So this is a lean muscle building training cycle, so those things should be top of mind. All right, finally on set 4, I'll see you on set 4 of the kickstand squats. 4th set, happy that it's here, but I wasn't going, oh, thank the sweet Lord, I'm finally done with this. I'm still feeling really good. I think I could go for a 5th, on the right day. I think I've just been in this game long enough to know why not pull back a little bit. I'll stay fresher for Thursday session and Friday session. We don't want to build too much cumulative fatigue. We want to anticipate staying consistent. I'm sure you've all seen it. Somebody burns out. Oh, I had a great first week, and then they're trash. They get injured, their knees messed up, elbow, shoulder, whatever. I don't want that. I'm not here for that. I'm here for true physical health. So anyways, although it's going to be a nice little grind of a set, I'm not ruined, but ready to get in some quality work. Here we go. 16 high quality reps. Oh, yeah. All right, good stuff. If you were tracking my, knee clicking, my right knee, there's a repaired meniscus on that right knee, so it can be a little bit more stiff, less optimal blood flow through the joint, so there can be those occasional, little pops and crackles, but nothing painful, nothing even close to being irritating. It feels all good. But in case you're going, what the heck is that? Anyways, set 4 done and dusted. I'm looking forward to the accessory strength work, but I got to get those 9 pull-ups first, and I will see you on set 4 of the pull-ups. Set 4 on these pull-ups. I think I can get those 9. We'll see. It's those 4 in a row that get me fatigued. All right, here we go. Goes by fast. Oh, yeah. Not bad. No way I was getting a 10th. About 200, 205 pounds on any given day. So, long arms. No excuses, but maybe more just reasonings that pull-ups can get very taxing for me. And certainly, again, with the lean muscle in mind, you want a nice full stretch at the bottom. Basically a dead hang to activate as much muscles as you can, right? The more I'm hanging, the more I'm stretching through my abs as well, through my hips. Those are now creating more tension in those stretched, elongated positions. But happy to be done with the strength work. Happy to not be going for 5. And I'll see you on the accessory work finisher, basically just a go as you'd like circuit. So I'll see you then. All right, it's time for the accessory work. I would classify this format as giant sets or a giant set. There's 4 exercises, right? Superset, tri-set, anything beyond that in my mind is a giant set. I'm a student of Charles Poliquin, so that falls under the umbrella of giant set for me. And yeah, I think, like I said on the last one, the superset is the meat and potatoes. I think I've already, again, I don't know how the lighting is, but I think I'm already looking, juiced up, pumped, Let me see. You could technically be done, but we want to keep our joints healthy. We want to mitigate our output while also trying to get as much tension as we possibly can. So increasing the output, I should say, without going past that threshold of cumulative fatigue or acute fatigue, which ultimately becomes cumulative if you're going hard in every session. That's where you see people, they have a good month and they drop off. So anyways, starting off with single leg glute bridge holds, and I'll just show you one set, or I'll film one set, give you a feel for what this should look like and what the output should be. So single leg glute bridge holds. My legs are feeling good after the kickstand squats and yesterday's seated good mornings and the goblet cleans from yesterday. So hamstrings, glutes, spinal erectors are definitely in a nice place right now. I'm juiced up, and these will be tough. But man, so many people in the functional fitness world, in the bodybuilding world, they neglect isometric holds. So I'm going to start in this bilateral position. Make sure my feet are in a good place. You can definitely put your hands on the floor wherever you feel most comfortable. And then we'll lift one leg up. And I say 45 to 75 seconds cumulative, because man, I'm already feeling a little wobbly, glutes, hammies, they're messed up from that first set. So you don't have to hang in here with me on all of these, but 45 to 75 seconds each leg should put me in a great place. All right, second exercise in this little accessory work finisher. It's going to be dumbbell pendlay rows. Same concept as the barbell pendlay row. What I like to do here is protract as much as possible, basically reach with the dumbbells, get that full stretch in my upper back, and as I pull in, I'm actually pulling towards my hips. So I won't get as high up with the elbows, but I'll be getting a great contraction through the lats, lower traps, rhomboids. Again, I want to burn as much energy as possible because the goal is lean muscle production. So we want to be energy efficient. And I should say, I'm just showing you one set, but 3 to 4 sets. Because I did 4 on the strength superset, I might go for 4 instead of 3 here. But we'll see how I'm feeling. Maybe I'll check it at the very, very end and let you know how it went. But here are the dumbbell pendlay rows. Trying to get 15. If I can get 20, excellent. Always great control. I think 15 will be just fine on those. Third movement in this finisher is just a standard split squat, stepping back like I would for a lunge. Get myself set. It can be a little funky with no shoes. Keep my torso upright, just letting my knee tap gently. Trying to get 15 to 20 reps here as well. Getting this interesting toe stretch without the shoes. Nothing wrong with getting some smaller muscle fibers working. You want to support a healthy body. Now, because of the kickstand squats, I'm already feeling it in my quads. So it's always nice when there's accessory work that looks easy on paper but humbles you. In my mind, that means you're hitting the perfect dose, right? Do something that you know won't take you overboard, but still feels super potent. I want to say that's 15. I've been talking. Let's call that 15. Whew. I'll need to shake before that other side. But you don't need to see the other side. It'll look very similar to that. I'll see you on exercise 4. Fourth exercise on this finisher are kettlebell towel curls. This is all from my apartment. I've got adjustable dumbbells. I've got 20, 40, 70 on top of that. Got 3 kettlebell variations, 26, 53, and 80 pounds. And some light dumbbells and bands. And that's really it. It's a corner of a New York City apartment. But I can get a lot of variety. And this is a great curl variety. Basically a hammer curl. But just tying a towel in between the handles, or looping a towel in between the handles of a kettlebell. 15 to 20 is also the goal here. That should be 5. Still showing great control, or trying my best, I should say. Here's 15, and what do you know, I got a little extra energy for bicep curls. What are the chances? I think we always got a little extra energy for some additional curls. Okay, I'll probably only go for 3 sets, to be honest. I feel pretty worked. I'll have a nice low day tomorrow, but 3 sets of that will put me in a great place. I'll increase my output a little bit without coming close to any sort of extreme fatigue, which means the low day will be extra impactful. Can do some good mobility work, aerobic work, and then again the brunt of the work are these 4 sessions a week: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, with Wednesday and Saturday some optional low day stuff. That could be as simple as just going for a nice long walk with my dog. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to do a few more sets, and then I think once I'm done with those, I'll show you a little bit of the pump, and that'll be that. All right, so I'm wrapped with the accessory work. 3 sets was lovely, but like I said, nothing wild. You have to rely on the consistency. I just wanted to come over, it'll be harder to see on the progression because I walk around relatively lean and I'm natural. I'm not, I think you can see I have too much, body fat. Not that I have a ton, but you can really tell when there's guys who are juicing and on gear. But I think, pretty simple session, about an hour. Maybe I snuck into, the 70-ish minute range, but, decent, good little pump. I don't think that's how I look on the front end of these sessions. So, some decent striations. My triceps are never gonna maybe pop that much, but still for day 2, I'm not overworked, still feeling pretty good. I think that's a solid little day's work. And again, it allows me to stay really consistent. So that's why I will continue to make great progress. I think I'm, relatively fit, but I can continue to make great progress because I'm not walking away from this super beat up, which means I don't have to, slam ice cream because I'm craving energy at the end of the night. Not at all, I'll have a nice little meal, keep things relatively healthy. Yeah, that allows me to continue to make, lean muscle progress, right? Food is part of it. I certainly indulge from time to time, but because I'm not overtaxed, I'm not desperate for wild recovery protocols. I don't need to sit in the ice tub. Those things are all, lovely things to do, but you don't need to do it. We're all busy human beings. So anyways, I'll leave it there. One final, and I'll see you all on Thursday.